Hey, what's up everyone? Rob Brinded here. I'm going to be talking about becoming masterless, like actually how to do it. And it's a difficult video for me to do because this morning I've been in doing a lot of work on myself, really doing some sort of hard graft, hard sort of grappling. If you imagine you're working on yourself inside your head, it's like a dojo. And it's been tough for me this morning. I just wanted to share some of the thoughts that were coming up. One, just to get it out of my head, and two, maybe this will help you'll know at some point you'll come across this area, but it's fundamentally what you need to do to become masterless. So this morning I became aware of an aspect of my I'm going to turn around the other way because my kids are waiting for me, hiding behind the car, and they're going to jump out. So I became aware of an area in myself which is around belief in myself. And it was coming up like belief in myself because it's an aspect of my life where I know that I need to there's some hard graft to be done, because some of a lot of the results I've got are just incredible and almost unbelievable, and it's a consistent thing. I've done it for years, and then when people say to me, "Oh man, you're this and that," I find it uncomfortable. I don't put my stuff out there too much. I do these videos and everything, and I kind of even question doing these videos sometimes because I don't think that anyone will want to hear it, or who am I? And then on the other side, I'm working with just really high level clients, high level performers, and they're like getting amazing results. So I know that there's something there for me to have a deep introspection on, because it's and so I'm going to come back to this word masterless. So there's believing in yourself, and I looked at the energy of that in the duality of the mind. There's believing. Now, if I say I don't believe in myself, and there's an emotion afterwards, it's not true, right? Because if the weakness was I don't believe in myself, it would instantly resolve itself. So I looked at the opposite side of belief, which is actually, the terminology is disbelief. And disbelief means not accepting the reality. So it can have a negative and a positive. And so I was weak to disbelieving in myself, and which is like a rejection of reality. So I'm not saying I'm 100% like that. I'm just saying there was polarized. There's an imbalance. So I kept getting these results with people and myself, like just thousands of times a year for years, and I still wasn't accepting the reality. So when I came across that, it was a huge shift for me. This was yesterday. And then this morning I went walking, and what it is my intention is, it's like a walking meditation. I'm walking, my intention is to look at this area of belief and my work, and it's almost like you're casting your fishing rod into a particular lake around, let's say the intention is belief and work, and then waiting to see what fish you catch. So you can catch some small ones, and you can catch some bigger fish. So this morning I was thinking, a particular thought came up in my head around my work, and there was an emotion of frustration. I think it was something like not believing, me not questioning myself or doubting. It was doubting myself around my work, and it's frustrating for me. So that's my baseline, and then I look for the underlying weak energy to that situation to balance it, ones and zeros. So this is based on sort of Taoist principles of ones and zeros, yin yang, strong, weak energy. Energy is either strong or weak. It's either on or off, okay? And so with that doubt, I found a phobia, which is kind of a very deep unconscious belief around believing in myself. So I strengthened that, and instantly it sort of opened up this other sort of thoughts around, well, it's good to question yourself. It's good to not be too sure of yourself. And then I had all these memories of when I was a kid and I was too cocky, too sure of myself. And I remember once, the only time actually I got bullied at school. I remember it was very, very difficult. It was like a couple of weeks, 3 weeks, because I was so arrogant, so sure of myself. I talked about myself all the time that all the boys turned on me and wouldn't talk to me. And that came up. That it's sort of just, it was like the smells of it came up. It came up in my memory, like, and then it came up of other times where I'd sort of made a mistake of being too cocky, and so I believed in myself too much, yeah. And so there's questioning yourself's good, right? In some times you don't want to be unquestioning, and it's funny. I got someone kind of in my reality, close to my reality, that doesn't question anything, and he's kind of in front of me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why? He is kind of conned by scammers. He just believes everything. There's no disbelief, and I'm constantly asking, what is this guy trying to what am I supposed to learn from this guy? So there's questioning, okay, and there's doubting, which is good, right? So let's say I'm walking along with my daughter and there's a dog coming. Now if I don't doubt, like, it's good to have a certain amount of doubt that the dog might attack, right? They might not be well trained. If you're just totally like, oh yeah, there's no problem, it's lack of risk. So it's this risk management type, risk management. You need to have a certain amount of doubt. But however, if you doubt yourself constantly, then that's irrational. And so what I became aware of was there were all these weaknesses around doubt and disbelief in myself. Okay, cleared them. Some was coming from my mom. I cleared that sort of the conditioning, and then I was left with this very important thing that you need to remember. So first you need to clear like karmas and curses and spiritual experiences, and kind of clear out all the cupboard, all the weaknesses until there's nothing there. And then you probably have been conditioned yourself to doubt. So that's like a habit. It's like the way you clean your teeth. It's like if you're taught to clean your teeth with your hand up in the air, you're always going to clean your teeth, and you're kind of going to be you're always going to be doing that until you stop yourself, you become really aware of it. So now what I'm noticing, I'm 49, so there's 49 years of me being conditioned, and I kind of know where someone has conditioned me on that, is to doubt, is to overly doubt myself. It's a pre-programmed conditioned behavior, a habit, a very deep-rooted habit. So I've cleared all the reasons for it, and now all I have to do is observe that behavior to get to know it, and then it dissolves, it peels off. And so I have clients sometimes say, yeah, but won't you become arrogant then if you take away this behavior, because there's some good side? No, when you're neutral, it means you have a perfect balance of doubt, and you're not gullible, but you're not also doubting yourself so that you don't get things done. So it's a perfect balance. So we're here to remove things, remove conditioning, remove weaknesses, so that we can discover ourselves. So it's not control, it's just removing, and then you're balanced. And when you're balanced, let's say with a garden, when the soil is balanced, the flowers grow, everything's healthy. When you're imbalanced, you're going to have things show up in your life to show you where you're imbalanced. So if you have like doubt, if you're jammed up on doubt and, you know, overly confident, arrogant almost, you're going to attract things in, polarize, pull it in magnet wise to slap you or to show you where you're polarized. Yeah. And so, yeah. And coming back to this Masterless thing, this morning I felt a few times like, oh, I give my friend a call and I can talk to them about it, and maybe I should speak to my wife about it, and it's not, there's nothing that anyone can do. You have to go within. You have to go within the dojo and do the work. And if that means going walking and observing your thoughts and to see what programs are running on your computer. Now, if every one of us has a computer inside of us with an operating system and a CPU. If you're going walking and you don't know how to, you know, code, then you're going to struggle and you're not going to be able to find your own answers. So that's up to everyone to be able to work with their own CPU and their own operating system. That's where we become masterless. And we fundamentally become masterless by not going to others for help, because we're subjugated to need others, that we can't do things ourselves. No, everything's within. You can resolve all your physical and non-physical problems within. So this morning I've spent around 3 hours deeply rolling, deeply unconditioning myself. Tough work, but it's so liberating, because I don't need anyone. And to go from needing others to not is when you become masterless. And again, we're conditioned to ask others for help. You need to be okay to do that. However, the hard work comes when you do it yourself inside your head, in internal deconditioning, internal de-engineering of self. All right, so it's kind of, hopefully that wasn't too abstract and cryptic. It is, you know, I'm just kind of expressing what's going on inside my mind this morning. I feel I did some really fantastic work, and the disbelief is not there anymore. And what will that bring? I don't know, but I'm excited. It makes me more excited about the future, and I can feel my energy picking up in my body and the internal action speeding up, which makes us experience life fully. And you know, all of these conditioned programs actually slow down our body, slow down our mind, limit us, and impede us from experiencing life fully. So I hope that was useful. Any comments, any thoughts, let me know. And thanks, I appreciate you watching to the end. A like would be brilliant. All right, have a great day.